Hey there, pals! Mickey Mouse here, ready to tackle a big question? Is it ever okay to break the law? It sounds a bit naughty, right? We learn rules to keep things fair and safe. But sometimes, just sometimes, things aren't so simple. Imagine this. A grumpy baboon, let's call him Boris, is chasing your friend, Timmy the turtle, trying to snatch his ice cream cone. Can Timmy break the rule of no hitting to protect his treat? That's what we're going to explore. In South Africa, there's a special set of rules called the law of delict. This law helps us understand what happens when someone does something wrong and another person gets hurt because of it. It's a bit like a rule book for being fair and kind to others, making sure everyone is treated with respect and care. Usually, if you hurt someone or damage their things, the law says you might have to make up for it. But sometimes, things aren't so simple. There are moments when someone's actions might look wrong at first, but there's actually a good reason behind them. Here's the twist. Sometimes, breaking the rules is actually allowed. The law understands that life isn't always black and white, and sometimes you need to do something unusual to protect yourself or someone else. It's a bit like playing a video game and discovering secret codes that let you do special things. These codes don't break the game, they help you win in tricky situations. In the law of delict, these secret codes are called grounds of justification. They're special reasons that explain why someone's actions, even if they seem wrong, are actually okay in that moment. Think of them like golden tickets that you can show to a judge. The ticket says, yes, what I did might look bad, but here's why it was the right thing to do. The judge can then understand your side of the story. For example, imagine our friend Timmy. If Timmy gives Boris a gentle bop on the nose to save his ice cream from being stolen, the law might say, "Good job, Timmy! You were just protecting yourself and your treat." That's how grounds of justification work. They help make sure the law is fair for everyone. One of the most important grounds of justification in law is called private defense. This means that sometimes, the law allows us to protect ourselves, our loved ones, and even our belongings from harm or danger. It's a bit like having a magical superhero shield that we can use when someone tries to hurt us or take our things. But remember, this shield is only for protection, not for attacking others. Imagine a brave bunny named Benny who lives in a beautiful garden. One day, Benny spots a sneaky snake slithering in, trying to steal his precious carrots right from under his nose. Benny can use private defense to stop the snake and protect his garden. He stands tall and faces the danger, ready to defend what's his. But hold on. Just like superheroes have rules, private defense has important rules too. You can't just use it whenever you want. The danger must be real and happening right now. If the threat is over or hasn't started yet, you can't use private defense. It's only for emergencies that are happening in the moment. And Benny's defense must be just enough to stop the snake, not more. He can use a garden rake to block the snake, but he shouldn't go overboard or use too much force. For example, Benny can't build a giant carrot firing cannon to blast the snake away. That would be way too much for a little problem. In a famous real-life case, a farmer named Mr. Van Wyck tried to protect his shop from thieves by setting a trap. He wanted to catch someone stealing from him, but he didn't think about how dangerous the trap could be. Unfortunately, the trap hurt someone very badly. Instead of just stopping the thief, it caused serious injury, which was not fair or reasonable. The court said this wasn't okay. Private defense can't be used as an excuse to cause more harm than necessary. Mr. Van Wyck's trap was like using a giant hammer to swat a tiny fly, way too dangerous for the situation. So always remember, private defense is about protecting, not punishing. Another important ground of justification is necessity. Necessity is a special situation where someone is forced to break a rule or law, not because they want to, but because it's the only way to prevent something much worse from happening. It's about making a tough choice in a moment of crisis, when there's no time to wait for permission or follow the usual steps. It's kind of like, a firefighter rushing into a burning building. Sometimes we have to break a small rule to prevent something much worse from happening. The firefighter doesn't stop to ask for permission to enter because every second counts. Their main goal is to save lives, even if it means breaking a window or damaging property along the way. Imagine this. You're walking by a house and you hear someone yelling for help. There's a fire. The situation is dangerous and you know that waiting for help could mean disaster for the person inside. You see a window, but it's locked. The flames are getting bigger and the smoke is filling the room. You realize you have to make a quick decision. You know you shouldn't break things, but in this case, you need to act fast. The person's safety is more important than the rule about not breaking windows. Breaking the window to save someone's life is okay, because it's an emergency. The law understands that sometimes saving a life is more important than following every rule. Oh, and get this. A real-life case involved a mom who gave her sick child medicine without a prescription. Her child was very ill, and she couldn't wait for a doctor's approval. This is normally against the law. But in that moment, the mom had to choose between following the rules and helping her child get better. But the court understood it was an emergency, and the mom was just trying to help her little one. The judge recognized that her actions were necessary to protect her child's health. This is necessity in action. It's about doing what's right in a crisis, even if it means bending the rules to protect someone from harm. So there you have it, pals. We've learned that even though laws are super important, sometimes there are good reasons to bend the rules a little. Grounds of justification like private defense and necessity help keep things fair and protect people in tricky situations. Remember, these secret codes of the law are serious stuff, and it's always best to ask a grown-up for help if you're ever unsure. But understanding these ideas helps us all work together to make the world a safer, happier place, and that's something worth fighting for. See ya real soon!